Guys, so today I am going to make an amazing soup. This is my personal soup recipe. It's all the flavors that I love. So if you're looking for a soup that has amazing flavor, lots of different spices, Indian spices, West Indian spices, just full of flavor, this is the right soup recipe for you. My boyfriend loves this soup, and I'm not just saying that because he's my boyfriend. He really always asks for seconds. So if you're looking for a way to your man's heart, cook this soup. In the soup, I have here 4 cloves of garlic that are chopped up. I have 2 ladyfinger peppers, which are spicy. I chopped those up. Half an onion, white onion. Also here I have 1 teaspoon of rosemary, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, and I also have a sprig of thyme, which I just threw in there because I had it in my freezer. I also have a teaspoon of cumin seeds, teaspoon of mustard seeds, a teaspoon of allspice, 3 cloves, 2 anise seeds, which are these beautiful star shaped seeds that smell so good. I have 2 basil leaves. I have 1 tablespoon of Jamaican curry powder. I have half a teaspoon of paprika. I have a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of Tony Chachere's seasoning salt. I also have a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 Scotch bonnet pepper, and this is very, very spicy. So I'm not going to chop it up. I'm going to throw it into the pot whole, and after it cooks for a while, it will start to swell up, and then I'm going to puncture it with the back of my spoon, and that's going to release some of the spice, but not too much. It's not going to be too overpowering. I have my chicken here that I've chopped up. I'm also going to throw in 1 packet of Grace Cock soup seasoning mix, the whole thing. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon to probably 2 tablespoons, I would say actually, of chicken bouillon, the powder type. I also have sea salt. I'm not going to give you guys the measurements for this. It's seasoned to taste, and you'll be fine. I also have half a tin of red kidney beans. I have 1 yellow potato chopped up, and I have 2 carrots chopped up, which are going to add a really nice sweetness to this very spicy seasoned dish. So I'm going to start the next step, and we'll be back. Alright guys, so in this pot here I have some vegetable oil that I put on a number 7, and it's warm enough. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in the garlic, the onion, the lady fingers, and I'm just going to brown this just a little bit. Not too much. Just going to saute it just a little bit. Oh my god, I love, love, love the smell of garlic and onion when it hits the oil. It's just so nice. It just smells so, so, so good. So I'm just going to season these, let these saute just a little bit. Let the onions release their own natural juices and do their thing. And then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so these onions, garlic, and pepper has been cooking for about 2 minutes now. And as you can see, the onions are starting to turn a little bit translucent. I'm going to continue cooking these, but now I'm going to add the spices and the Scotch bonnet pepper. Now, the reason why you want to add your spices at this point, especially the curry, is because you want them to cook a little bit in the oil. When you cook spices, they help release some of their own natural fragrance and flavoring. So you always want to do that when you use spices, is just, you know, cook them in a little bit of the oil for a couple of minutes. Not too long, because you don't want them to burn. And some spices, like cumin seeds, tend to burn pretty fast. So you just want to, you know, keep an eye on it. You know, make sure that you're smelling and everything smells fresh, nothing smells burnt, and you know you're on the right track. So I put that in. To this now, I'm going to add my chicken, the cut up chicken, all of that. And what this is also going to do is the chicken is going to start to release its own water. And that's going to help deglaze the bottom of this pot. And it's going to have a chance for all the spices and the chicken to meet. See the Scotch bonnet pepper in there, and it's still whole. I didn't chop it up or anything. I just left it in there whole. So I'm just gonna stir this around. It smells so good already. It's like ridiculous. Right now I'm starting to smell the anise seeds, which is really nice. So I know that that's gonna have a nice flavoring in there. So I'm gonna let this cook for 2 or 3 minutes and I'll be back. All right guys, so what I did was I added 2 tablespoons of water, just a couple of, tablespoons, not much, just to deglaze the bottom of the pan. And the chicken is nice and seasoned. What I'm gonna add now is the cock soup mix, the Grace cock soup. I'm gonna add 1 package of that. That's gonna add even more seasoning. And that's what you want with soup, like, yeah, there's soups that are just regular, carrot, celery, salt and pepper soup. But, I'm Pakistani, and when we cook, we don't cook that way. We cook with flavor, with spices, with different textures, and, that's what we like. So now I'm adding a tablespoon of the chicken bouillon. I'm going to add that in. And I'm also, to this pot, I'm going to add the potatoes, the red kidney beans, and the carrots. So I'm going to add that in, and I'm going to mix this all around. Oh my gosh, look at that, eh? It's not even done yet, and you guys can see all the flavor, all the texture. It's like, this is like really like food porn. Like, if you guys are on Instagram and you ever do like the hashtag food porn, this is food porn. So I'm just going to stir that around. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cook for 4 or 5 minutes and then I'll be back. Alright guys, so this is the soup. I've been cooking it for about 5 minutes. As you can see, I'll show you just at the bottom, the chicken has released some of its own water. So right now to this, I'm going to add 2 cups of water. Now, I'm just adding this water. I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going to add it straight from the jug. Perfect. So, you just want to add a little bit of water to cover all the ingredients and a little bit more. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this simmer and just cook on a number 6 to 7, so like medium high on your stove, and let this cook out, and I will be back. Alright guys, and this is the finished soup. I let it cook for about 45 minutes, 40 to 50 minutes, and look how nice and hearty that looks. I'm just going to serve it today with some bread. This is just a regular baguette that I just toasted on the pan with a little bit of butter. So I'm just going to give this a taste and look at all, like, it's just so perfect. It is so good. It is so good. I hope you guys try this recipe and let me know how it goes if you do try it. Leave a comment below, send me a message, and please remember to rate, subscribe, and share this video. See you guys soon. Bye.